Alright, so our last topic for today is monsters at work.
Oof. Okay. So that finale was
Heartbreaking?
a little bit, yeah, but it was just the needed thing to bring the entirety of the season, the first season together. So I will definitely go into spoilers on this one. So if you don't want them, click away. If you don't care, then get ready. As I said numerous times, this series is about the paradigm shift from screen power to laugh power. Monsters Inc. unfortunately has not been able to produce the required amount of laugh power to prevent blackouts happening constantly throughout the city, even though laugh power is far more effective of an energy source. The cool thing about this episode is that the narrative reason makes perfect sense, in like a real world setting. It's just like, listen, if your power company cannot provide enough power, then we're going to switch over to a different one for the sake of the city. And, Monsters Inc. is the power company that, for all intents and purposes, is using the most ethical energy source. So it's just like, oh shit, it's getting way too real now. But for all intents and purposes, Monsters Inc. had one day to provide, and I'm not kidding when I say this, 1 million gigawatts before the day is end. So Mike needs all hands on deck, and he knows that Tyler is a natural at comedy unintentionally because they finally picked up on the fact that his horns, as long as they are extremely inconvenient and have very high comedy potential. So it's just like, let's put you out on the laugh floor and work with that. So Tyler is recognizing that, oh my God, what I've been waiting for all season is now here. I'm going to be a jokester. I'm going to be on the laugh floor. I'm going to have to leave Miffed. And the fact that he has to leave Miffed is it's weighing on him. He's committed to sticking around, being with these people. He'd grown attached to them all. He didn't want to just leave just like that, And that's when it starts getting really heartbreaking because there comes a point where on his first day they call him down to the facility's location, and everyone decides to wish him some words of good luck. And I mean, damn it all, if it wasn't the most heartfelt shit I ever heard. Even Duncan, the series Dwight, he even managed to give Tyler a pretty decent compliment. I could talk at length about, all the different emotional beats that this story had. I mean, this one episode was really fucking good. Just everything had been set up for it to knock it all down for you, so it was just perfect. I'm telling you, that last episode will make this season for you. Especially because, and this is what fucked me up, the last scene of the episode runs pretty much parallel to the last scene of Monsters Inc., the movie.
Yeah.
Like you hear the conversation Mike and Sully have about him being a natural comedy genius. It's like, yeah, and the fact that laughter is 10 times more powerful than screams has nothing to do with it. And then Celia calls Mike away. Sully has a little, silent nod, to Tyler, like, "Hey, good job, you're coming into your own." And then you hear Mike in the background, "I'm on the cover of a magazine," and we all know what happens at that point, especially if we've seen Monsters Inc. So now you have to consider, hold on, in between running the company, figuring out a way to boost morale, teaching other monsters how to be funny, and, making sure that the place doesn't get shut down, Mike was spending every free moment he had in between all that rebuilding Boo's door.
That's some real friendship shit right there.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna talk about the conversation between Sully and Tyler?
Oh, Sully and Tyler, where Tyler is frustrated about the whole laugh power thing, because like any kid who just went through 4 years of college knowing that this was supposed to be the thing that was going to make or break them, the thing that their parents busted their ass for to make them proud, he feels like he's obviously very frustrated that everything he's learned has been for nothing, and he just doesn't understand. In a moment of frustration. And Sully, seeing that, decides to just share with him outright. Listen, I don't want to go back to being a scarer. I didn't like who I was. I didn't like what I saw. And I mean, we see that very, very well demonstrated in the movie when he's looking back at the security footage. And you feel it in his voice when he's explaining that to Tyler. You really do feel like the emotion of, I hated who I was. I hated what I saw, you know?
God,
It was just,
the way John Goodman
uh,
delivered that line was absolutely soul crushing.
soul crushing, but at the same time heartwarming. Because like what he immediately says after that is, this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And it was, sometimes you forget John Goodman can play like a very wise and understanding father figure. You know, when he's not acting like a fucking crazy person.
Oh
John
man.
Goodman is like, John Goodman will probably act like the best dad you ever had, but if you fuck with him, he will show you what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps.
Oh man. This was an absolutely fantastic way to cap off the season. And the fact that it got a second season, it's getting a second season, is no surprise because everyone on this team brought their A game when it came to this series. It's the exact kind of thing that you would hope they could do with something like this. And I mean, damn, Disney is really kind of killing it with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, which, listen, I'm not bothered by. I'm actually really happy about it because that just means more quality content. Yeah, I would just really love to get on some of these production teams one day.
You can only hope, because it's just
Yeah.
like there was always potential with a series like this, but to see, to see a situation where it used to be that the fur animation on Sully was so sophisticated, and now we're seeing that in a television series, and one that had a moment of heart that could damn near rival the end of the original movie. It feels like the best possible outcome.
I'm really curious to see what's going to happen in season 2. Like, I want to know what the struggles are, what like the conflicts are going to be, and how all these characters are going to handle it. Because I know that they probably had loads of jokes ready to go, but they were just like, listen, not all of these are going to fit cohesively into the story, at least not for this season. So maybe like hold off until next season, and we'll do what we can. Because
Basically.
oh my god, this series has the potential, and they utilized it wherever they could for just sight gag after sight gag, wordplay. I mean, the potential for comedy in the monster world is just, it's limitless. And the fact that they use opportunities to explore that, it just brings a smile to my face, an honest, genuine smile. Because I swear there are instances where this show actually had me rolling because it was genuinely funny.
Hey, couldn't ask for more than that.
I'd like to see it prosper, at least for 2 more seasons. I don't know what they do beyond that, but hey, if it can go beyond that, you'll shut me up
Yes,
as long as it's consistently good.
yes. Go beyond plus ultra, motherfuckers.
Exactly. We should probably talk about that in our next episode.
The
Because, like,
manga or the anime?
yes.
Okay.
Hey, like, why not? Like, we're both into that too.
Yeah, I'll make a note of that. But
Yeah.
for now, that brings an end to another episode of Talking 2D. I want to thank all of our listeners out there for joining us this time around. Yeah, if you
Just released.
stuck through it this far, good for you. But we try to do this every Sunday around 8 p.m. So if you're interested, please join us. But
That's 8
otherwise,
p.m. Eastern Standard Time, by the way.
yeah, the standard, all right. But if you're watching this on YouTube, where we archive all of the episodes, then hey, thank you for joining. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications whenever these manage to go up once I've edited them into their proper slots. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din here with my co-host,
the man with the iron giblet.
and we will see you 2D lovers next time.